Okay, so hello traders, very good morning and welcome to today's live market profile in order flow trade analysis by Tradeducation. We are at episode 229, and before I share today's analysis, I'd just like to go through a quick disclaimer that trading involves substantial risk and is not suitable for all investors. Also, the information which I'm sharing is for educational purposes only and cannot be used for any trade related activities. Okay. So let me just quickly share my screen and let's see if there are any potential auction development paths in which we are able to see or spot. Okay. So first of all, before going to the daily chart, so if you do just the overall analysis, it looks as if it's the option is just going higher. Okay, so this is happening based on the data points which we are seeing from the daily chart, and if we see from the volume perspective, so overall, the volumes are slowing down. Okay, so we are seeing a sort of a divergence here. Okay, so increase in price, volumes are low. So this does not mean that. So this means two things. First thing is sellers are stepping in, buyers are also stepping in, but the buying and selling activity which is happening is not strong enough because there is lack of participation from bigger players. Okay, so that is one thing. Second thing which is happening is a lot of laggards are the ones who are currently taking the auction higher. Okay, so we had a gap yesterday, so this is where the auction opened, and we had this particular gap which was filled yesterday. Okay, and this was around one of the HVN level, and that's where the auction just reversed and the auction just went higher. Okay, so overall, I was expecting this gap to be intact. So this particular gap to be intact, which did not happen. Okay, so sellers came in, then again around this HVN or this reference level where buyers came in, and then they took the entire auction to the upper edge. Okay, uh, now going to the volume profile chart. So this is the hourly chart, and as you can see, so this is from September time frame. So this is September, uh, then this is October, this is November, and this is December. Okay, so we are still in the December time frame. So if you see September, we're just developing sideways. October, again we reached higher, we developed sideways, and there was a gap. Then we had in the November series one gap. Okay, then the auction just went higher, again it went higher. Then in the December series, auction is just one time framing higher. We had a non-linear break, and again the auction is just continuing higher with second gap and third gap. Okay, so overall buyers are in control, buyers are seen in control, and what happens is whenever the price comes down, whenever the prices are falling, buyers who came in, so let's say this is where the price went, and buyers came in and they take the entire auction now. Okay, so this does not mean that this buying is by stronger buyers or weaker buyers, but the reason why buyers are coming in is a lot of anticipation that the vaccine is in, this that, a lot of news factors, stimulus package, US, and whatnot, other shitload of things which are going around in the world. Okay, so whenever the auction or the price is coming down, buyers are, they become very active, and they are the ones who you are taking again the auction higher. So we are creating all-time highs, since last 2 days, and let's see whether we are seeing more all-time highs or not. But one data point is the gap got filled. So today I'm expecting again sellers see some action, or I'll be looking for sellers to become the hero for today's auction, and anticipating that it actually clears the single print and fills this particular gap. Okay, so let me just delete this, and now let me just come to the yesterday's auction. So what we have is we have a 2-day auction, and based on, I'll just add a volume profile chart, and these are the levels which I'm looking at. Okay, so we are in a 2-day balance. So today I'll be expecting some sort of rejection around the value area highs, and these are the value area lows. Okay, so not a bigger range, but I'm expecting some sort of choppiness action to be seen today. We have got one HVN here, we got one more HVN here, so two HVNs. Delta is positive. Now let me just study the structure. So not a good excess around the high, a good excess around the lows. One half back reference level. Then this is also lower high, so double top sort of a thing. So lower highs are getting formed. Here also higher lows are getting formed. And we can say this is a sort of a 45-degree line. Okay, so what I'm expecting is as the auction opens, I think let me just bring in the pre-open market session and let me see where the auction is getting opened. So today, 30th of December, auction is going to open 48 points, 980. Okay, so 932. So now what I'm expecting is the auction to open around this high, around this half back. So auction to open. So my first auction path is we should see continuation to the higher side. Second auction path is this is also the value area high from the 2-day balance. So I'm expecting sharp rejection, and the auction to see some bounce back and then again see some sharp downfall. Okay. Third auction path is the auction is just going nowhere. It is just trading within the yesterday's range. Okay. So these are the three auction development paths which I'm looking at, and based on that I'll be taking the trades. Okay, so in the meantime guys, if you have got any comments, feel free to just chime in, use the live chat window. The auction will open in next minute or so, so till that time I'll be just going on mute. Just a second. There is my, yeah. Okay, guys, so gap up, and so let's see. The first option development path is a failure. So we are now currently working in the second option development path. So let me just clear the drawings. So what we see is the auction opened around the all-time highs. It failed to go higher and then immediately came within yesterday's range. Okay. So if I jump to the volume profile chart, so this is a very important reference level because this earlier I was expecting it to act as a level of resistance, but now it is acting as a level of support. So we need to see, observe how the auction is getting reacted around this level. Okay. From the VSA chart, we will be having one HVN here. So expect some sort of reversal around this level. But overall, delta is negative. Massive selling is happening, and that's what I was expecting sellers to be the hero of today's auction. Pretty massive selling going on. 3400 volumes have already been traded. A lot of momentum sellers, and see the tempo which is coming in. So we have tagged the HVN. This is the HVN level. Just mark it. Okay, so that is one reference. We have got one more reference here. This is another HVN level. Okay, still sellers are pretty strong. Pretty massive selling going on. So yesterday I actually exited my position. I was 14,000 calls. I shorted 14,000 calls. Yeah, but anyways, I exited around 320 something yesterday only. So good selling activity. Pretty massive range. What is the range here? 74, 75 points. So there are trapped buyers around the high, not so trapped sellers, unfinished auctions around the highs, unfinished auction around the low. So I'm expecting one more downfall, one more push. Other thing is the yesterday's low, so it's not so great. There are unfinished auctions again there. So let's see whether that is getting cleared or not. Odds are higher that it will be getting cleared. So right now, the option is just above, below the HVN, just developing sideways. Some sort of buying activity seen. So 4,900 contracts traded. So not so great volume, despite of the bigger range in the first 5-minute candle, and the delta has shifted to the positive side. There is some divergence seen. Okay, so we might expect again sellers to step in around the VWAP region. So this is again from price action perspective. This is where the buyers came in, and that's what we are seeing. So this is a major support zone up to 13,905. Okay. So if 13,905 is crossed, then the sellers, we might see one more downfall. So now the auction is just tagging VWAP and sellers are coming in. So pretty much heavy momentum selling came in. Now the sellers are stepping in. The time is just 9:21. We are 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes to go. And we are getting rejected around the value area lows or the current value area low. And also the VWAP. So if you see the wick, so there are also unfinished options around the lows. So odds are higher that we will be tagging the low. Okay, so let this 13908 or 13907 get cleared. So look at the structure. Massive selling coming in. Doji candle getting formed, sort of a doji candle. Okay, so the low is tagged. One more push to the downside. So 13903, 13904, that is the level. Okay, so that level is also getting cleared. 13903 or 13904. Now I'm expecting continuation from sellers. So momentum selling, momentum sellers, price action, indicator based traders, they're all coming in harmony and taking the entire option down. So if this continues, the selling continues, and the destination target is the gap. I'll tell you where is the gap. Okay, so this is the destination target, the gap. But there will be some reversal around this single print and this single print. Just a second, guys. I'll just go on mute. Just observe the option, how it is getting developed. Okay, so 3903 was the level. So around the value area low of yesterday. So again, the auction is, this came down and auction is, so this is now my immediate reference level. So I'm not seeing any trades for the moment. Delta is still negative. Let me just go to the minute chart. Sharp up move came in. We're just around the zero line and we are nearing the second HVN. Okay, so no trade locations, but if you want, you can take a long trade, keeping a stop loss below this value area low. So you can take a long trade. So this is a quick scalp trade. So this is the risk, and this is the reward. Okay, so 11 is to 66. So 1 is to 6 is the ratio, risk to reward ratio. So we are still tagging around VWAP, going lower, tagging around VWAP, going lower. The delta has turned positive. Okay. So yeah, that is one of the quick fast trade which I'm able to spot. Apart from that, I'm just waiting for this HVN to get tagged. Okay, so now sellers have already came in. What has happened? Short-term players, they are booking profits. That's why we are seeing so around 1,618. So these were stopped. So this is a massive area where buyers came in 1618, and if you see the spot from this level. Okay, so this also had the highest volume, so 4900, 4200, 4700. Okay, so massive buying came in. So we are able to spot a good buyer, massive buyer or strong buyer. And as the auction came below this, again, it is just going higher. Okay. Okay, so the auction is closed above VWAP 1700. So now I'm expecting continuation, but not so. It looks like some again the sellers would be stepping in. So wait for this level 13915 or 916 to be precise. Because massive buying came in, which I'm able to spot 1600. So again rejection. So this was the first rejection. This is the second rejection. So we actually auction closed above it. So this rejection has failed. So let's see whether again sellers step in, and tag the VWAP and take the auction lower or not. Okay, so my immediate focus now shifts to this level, 1618. This is where maximum buyers came in. So let's see whether that clears or not. So we are tagging the upper end of the HVN. Okay, we are clearly below the value area high, and this is also an HVN level from the volume profile chart. If you see, just tag and then the buyers are coming in. Okay, so we got one more HVN here from the 2-day balance. Okay, guys, so that's what I wanted to share today, and let's catch up again tomorrow, 31st. Tomorrow's 31st of December. I think the last day of this year, and let's see how the auction develops. Till then, happy and safe trading.